With pain comes pleasure, at least for these heartbroken celebrities. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 celebrities who got the last laugh on their cheatin' exes. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're focusing on pop culture personalities who persevered in the public eye, despite having relationship problems that allegedly or reportedly stemmed from an affair or multiple ones.
And each day, I would get stronger and stronger, and I had really learned something about myself, my journey. I was a better person because of it.
Number 10. Reese Witherspoon. In the late 90s, this emerging starlet had just a handful of screen credits to her name, yet Freeway and even Fear kept her career moving forward.
No matter what happens, it'll be between us.
Around this time, Reese Witherspoon met Ryan Phillippe, 2 years her senior and also a rising Hollywood talent. About a half a dozen years after their 1999 marriage and co-starring roles in Cruel Intentions, Ryan allegedly got a little friendly with stop-loss actress Abby Cornish, which precipitated an immediate divorce in 2006.
Let me help you.
Afterwards, Phillippe and Cornish split in 2010, and his career digressed to direct-to-home video titles, while Reese made the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2010 and earned her second Oscar nomination for 2015's Wild.
Well, the doctor said it'd be a year. It's been a month. One f***ing month.
Number 9. Sophia Bush.
I feel like I've been keeping you close to me to try to protect you from those things.
Back in 2004, this One Tree Hill actress said yes to co-star Chad Michael Murray.
It's good to see you, Luke.
But their 2005 marriage dissolved after only 5 months, as Chad reportedly cheated on Sophia Bush with a young socialite named Paris Hilton. During his WB run, Chad Michael earned plenty of Hollywood cred, so much that he quickly paired up with One Tree Hill extra Kenzie Dalton.
I just saw you slipping away and guess I panicked.
Over the years, Sophia has maintained a successful television career, most notably as Erin Lindsay on Chicago PD.
Ma'am, we need his address.
On the flip side, Chad Michael Murray stayed busy too, but his work has been sporadic at best.
She's back. Hey, Ellie. I saw her today.
Number 8. Maria Shriver.
It's just one of the disaster situations that I've created, and it's the worst thing that I've ever done.
Worst thing you've ever done.
If you didn't already know, this American journalist is the niece of the late John F. Kennedy and Robert F. Kennedy.
Everything was possible. They were the best, the brightest. They were, Camelot.
To put it lightly, she's also the woman that Arnold Schwarzenegger cheated on with the family housekeeper. After a quarter-century of marriage, which began shortly after Arnold starred in 1985's Commando, the pair separated about a week before the scandal went public.
I ate green berets for breakfast. And right now, I'm very hungry.
And so, California's former governor admitted to his transgressions, while Maria moved on, literally setting up shop a few miles away in a $10 million pad and going back to working for NBC News.
And this election will be decided by women.
Number 7. Elin Nordegren.
She's been one of my best friends, and I've talked to her about so many different things, and she does the same thing with me. We go back and forth.
Perhaps you're familiar with the name Tiger Woods, a golfer who used to rule over the PGA. Well, Tiger experienced a rough year in 2009, largely due to the infamous scandal that revealed he'd had not one affair, but rather over a dozen, with some sources alleging he'd had up to 120 affairs.
For all that I have done, I am so sorry.
Obviously, the embarrassment set Tiger back a bit, and the psychological damage had a horrific impact on his career that lingers to this day.
To get back out of here at this level has been a challenge.
Elin rose above the fiasco, though, as she first received a $100 million divorce settlement and later earned a psychology degree in 2014 from Florida's Rollins College.
Your actions, my fellow graduates, inspired me to keep on going to the finish line.
Number 6. Halle Berry. For the early part of her career, this Cleveland native was known for her exquisite beauty and natural on-screen charisma. Halle Berry also became the first African-American woman to win a Best Actress Oscar for her revealing performance in 2001's Monsters Ball.
I did every single thing I could think to do.
I was really good. I was really good.
Not long after, husband Eric Benet received treatment for sex addiction, which preceded the couple's 2003 separation and eventual 2005 divorce. Halle later married actor Olivier Martinez in 2013, yet he also allegedly cheated.
There's no such thing as a mistake. There's what you do and what you don't do.
While Halle could have easily drifted from the public eye or disappeared entirely, she's maintained her A-list status throughout, while looking better than ever.
You have to do whatever you can't not do.
Number 5. Jennifer Aniston. During her iconic run as Rachel Green on Friends, this American actress hooked up with Hollywood A-lister Brad Pitt.
Did we fool around at Lance Davis's graduation party?
You were unbelievable.
Thank you.
The press obviously enjoyed the love affair and had a field day when speculation arose that Pitt had cheated on his wife with Mr. and Mrs. Smith co-star Angelina Jolie.
Thought I'd just drop in. Hey, doll, thanks for giving me the shaft.
Suddenly, America's sweetheart became a secondary player to the sexy pairing. While Brangelina seemed destined to last forever, they too abruptly split in 2016.
Just wanted to kill her, but
Likewise.
couldn't take the shot.
With Pitt being linked in the tabloids to Allied co-star Marion Cotillard, though parenting differences were cited as the official reason for Jolie's divorce filing. By this time, Jennifer had not only moved on to bigger and better things, but also remarried actor Justin Theroux, and she seems to be doing quite fine given her continued success in mainstream cinema.
You're engaged now. Right. And I respect the institution of marriage way too much to violate it.
Number 4. Gwen Stefani. Since the mid-90s, this no doubt singer has long been a central component of pop culture. During her rise to fame, Gwen Stefani hooked up with Bush singer Gavin Rossdale, with the two marrying in September 2002. But in 2015, Gwen learned of her beau's longtime love affair with the family nanny, which unfortunately called for a divorce filing a year and a half after the birth of the couple's third child. While Gavin continues on with his band, Gwen remains a highly influential artist, while also serving as a judge on NBC's The Voice. Oh, and she also began dating country music superstar and television associate Blake Shelton.
Y'all know I have a bunch of country artists, and now when it comes to you two, I'm like, Gwen.
Number 3. Beyonce.
I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry.
There are always consequences for disrespecting a woman like Beyonce. With that being said, the internet was none too pleased to learn that Jay-Z allegedly messed around on perhaps the world's most beloved pop icon. When Beyonce released the visual album Lemonade in 2016, it raised a few eyebrows due to its personal nature and telling lyrics.
He only want me when I'm not there. You better call Becky with the good hair.
Of course, the interweb picked up on various details, ultimately connecting the dots to designer Rachel Roy. Truth be told, a mogul like Jay-Z will likely survive any scandal, at least financially. Yet Beyonce's popularity only increased during the drama, as she used creativity to expose and inspire.
When it me good, I take his ass to real life. When it me good, I take his ass to real life.
Number 2. Shania Twain.
We're still together, still going strong.
For years upon years, this Canadian superstar ruled over the country and pop charts. Behind her numerous crossover hits was none other than Robert Mutt Lang, a well-known producer and also Shania's husband. From an outsider's perspective, the two seemed to be living the good life in Switzerland. But after a lengthy marriage, Shania stepped away upon learning that husband Mutt had been snooping around with his wife's best friend.
I've spent all these years trying to hide so many things, and all of a sudden...
Unsurprisingly, the couple divorced in 2010 after separating 2 years earlier, and Shania actually married the ex-husband of her cheatin' best friend. That, coupled with the multiple awards and honors she's received for her music, gave Shania the last laugh. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
You think she's orchestrating this for publicity for herself?
Knowing the content of her motion, I can't imagine any other reason why she would have filed this.
He can't get anything by me. I'm like,
No, huh, babe?
Right after the wedding, I found out everything I had heard before, plus so much more was true and had happened. I just felt like everything crashed.
Number 1, Sandra Bullock.
And I think I wanted to get caught. It was me trying to self-sabotage my life.
In Hollywood, there are some actresses that make audiences melt, and Sandra Bullock is one of them. When she married reality TV star Jesse James in 2005, many scratched their heads. But the important thing was that Sandra found happiness.
Shame on you.
Unfortunately, a rather public scandal commenced in 2010, with Jesse being linked to various women, and he quickly moved on with fellow reality star Kat Von D.
Look. We're not finished with it yet.
Fortunately, Sandra has also moved on with her life, especially given her 2010 Oscar win for Best Actress.
You protect his blind side. When you look at him, you think of me, how you have my back, how you have his.
Meanwhile, James and Kat struggled mightily and experienced their own chaotic breakup, which only made the public love Sandra even more.
Say to yourself, is this me?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.